Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. I think we've become a world of selfish people. Wherever you go, people pay you no kind, manners have gone out the window, everybody's doing what everybody else wants to do for themselves, and not really caring about the vast majority of humanity. Don't get me wrong, there are some of us who do care. I care. But sometimes, you get to question, why should I care? Why shouldn't I become just like everybody else who seems to be around, which is just a self-focused, self-entitled arsehole? Because that's how it feels. That's how it is. Everybody's interested in themselves and themselves only. And you see the way that the country's collapsing around our ears. And you see people like myself trying as hard as they can to address these issues, to show these issues, to point the finger and shine the light on it. And no one seems to care. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, to my regular viewers, you know this doesn't apply to you. And I've discussed about this before. Because you keep thinking that it can't get any worse, and then it does. And you think maybe this is the thing that's going to wake people up. This is the thing that's going to make them go, hold on a minute, it's time to stand up and stop this madness. And every time you do, everybody you see around reverts back to their selfish nature, head in the sand, living in their bubble. They are the only people that matter, and screw everybody else. And nothing happens. So the next nasty thing comes. You see, what you're seeing here is the government and organisations seeing what they can do and whether they can get away with it. And when they do, they keep going again. As I've mentioned before, it's very much like children. If you allow children to, shall we say, continually push boundaries without pushing back, you end up making a rod for your own back. And this is the situation that we are in this country. You try and raise awareness of the impending threat of Islam and how it is slowly but steadily taking over the country. And you're branded a racist or a neo-Nazi or whatever. And to be fair, those things just drop off. They mean nothing, and they mean nothing because they're used as some sort of validation for an argument or an answer to an argument when it's nothing, because usually those people who scream and shout Nazi and racist have no idea what they're talking about. It's just something to shout. So you try and raise awareness of the fact that the economy is going to collapse. You try to raise awareness of the multiple things that are going wrong. And you look around and no one seems to care. You seem to feel like you're the only one who seems to be noticing this stuff and the only one who's going, don't you think this is a bad idea, guys? The thing is, I know out there, if you're a regular watcher of my videos, that you're not on your own. There are many, many, many of us who feel this way. And we endeavour to do the best that we can to raise awareness of it. But the problem is the vast majority of people just are too selfish to care. Now, I just did a video 2 days ago where I was reflecting on the fact that the Houses of Parliament and most of the MPs in there voted to allow the abortion of an unborn baby right up to birth. Now, they're going to go, it's not about this and it's not about that, but it is. That's exactly what it's about. And the best thing is, the case that was used to sort of highlight this is a woman who was put in prison because she aborted her baby. I think it was week 26 or something like that, which is passed over the 24-week limit. And she bought drugs. And the thing is, it's like, oh, she shouldn't be in jail. But she should. And it's not the case you want to verify. And the thing is, they cheer this and, oh, this is validating her. She had got that abortion because she wanted to hide the fact that she'd had an affair. And that she got pregnant during this affair. So instead of admitting what a lousy, cheating scumbag that she is, she decided to murder a child which had been conceived out of passion and will never now see the light of day. so she could not get caught out. This is one of the cases that they use to push the state legalisation of baby murder. And it means now, it gives power to women. Yeah, okay, it gives power to women. As I've said before, I've explained in the back video there, if there is a medical reason, i.e. both the baby or the mother or both are at risk and they could die, then yes, if someone's been raped and they wish to get rid of that baby for that reason, that's fine. But anything else, I'm sorry, no. Because giving women the ability at the very last minute to decide to terminate a baby's life is wrong. Our population is dropping because we're not having enough children. And now, as a victory to women's rights, you're allowing them to lower that even further because, I just can't. I've let it look. I'm bored of being overweight, looking horrible. I'll just get rid of the baby and nothing will happen to me and it'll be fine. Great victory, that. Who thinks about the unborn babies? And this isn't even from a religious point of view. This is from the fact that after, I would say, I was okay with up to 24 weeks. That's fine. But after that, no, because that's a human. But now you can murder a human. As I've said in the description of that particular video, it's actually illegal to kill a badger. Well, I have a badger that lives around here. Can't kill that badger because it's illegal. But I can kill an unborn baby right up to the day it's born. Justified. And then yesterday, the Houses of Parliament voted, not unanimously, but in favour of the euthanasia bill, to which the person who pushed it the most was yes, and celebrating the fact that they've now authorised the state to be able to murder you whenever it feels like. Because you'll find that all these draconian laws are always, all these rules that suppress your ability to do anything are always brought in with the, well, it's good for you. Oh, well, this stops people suffering. Well, what happens if we have another COVID incident and they decide that all the old people should really be euthanized? Well, it has to be this. No. The things that I don't care how many checks and balances are in place. You have given the ability to legally murder someone and you can think of any excuse for it whatsoever. Oh, they said so. Or they think it's a good idea. People can be, especially when they're weak and they're sick and they're vulnerable, people can be manipulated into doing and saying whatever you want them to say. You see, it's always the weak and the easily manipulated that get taken advantage of. In that place, euthanasia. In another case, grooming gangs. You see how that works? You see, it's a really, really, really dark day when people in the Houses of Parliament, without asking you or I, because we weren't asked about this, we weren't asked if it was okay to terminate babies right up to the minute they were born, and you weren't asked whether you could be euthanized if people talk you into it, or just decide that you should be. We weren't consulted on any of that. Yet we have to live with the consequences. And you can try and be as well, obviously, my dad died of cancer. Yeah, I watched the man who was the person I looked up to the most wither and die in front of my eyes. He couldn't be euthanized legally. He couldn't. But I would treasure all of those days of suffering with him than just giving him an easy option out. I really would. It's just more selfishness, more convenience, more easy ways out, more control. And selfishly, people will just go, oh, well, it's for the best. Until it comes for you. You see, this is the problem when we've become such a selfish society and we focus on just ourselves. We don't see what's going on. We don't really pay attention. We demonise and ignore people who are prepared to sit in front of a camera and basically put their freedom on the line, because you could get arrested at any time for doing this. And you demonise them and you call them racists and xenophobes and everything you can think of nasty, because they're horrible, horrible people, because how dare they speak the truth. And then eventually, when you suddenly realise that things have gone bad, you won't be able to turn to us because we won't be here. This potential to allow people to be euthanised is a ticking state-sponsored time bomb. And may God have mercy upon our souls, and to watch those people first cheer for the ability to kill babies whenever it feels like them, and then cheer and get happy and overjoyed with the fact that you can terminate someone if you want to. We really are ruled by demons, and it is a dark, dark time. It really is. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. So, until the next one.